What's going on, Watt family? Today, we're gonna be going out on the wiredscout. Now, if you follow this channel or if you are a subscriber to this channel, I often ask the question when I get a new bike, and the question that I often ask is, can the bike handle the demands of a dasher? Well, with this bike, because this bike is a special bike, that's not the question. The question is, can the dasher handle the demands of the bike? This is a beast of a bike. It is an extremely powerful bike. I'm gonna go over the specs and I'm gonna take them right off the website in a second, but I just want you to see just the size of the bike. I am 5'7", 150 pounds, and look at where the handlebars. The handlebars almost up to my chest. Look at where the seat is. I mean, it's a big bike. It has 26 by 4-inch tires, as I've already mentioned in the specs. But let's go over some more details. This is a 72 volt, 2000 watt nominal brushless gear hub motor that produces a peak output of 5,000 watts. It's insane. It has 180 newton meters of torque. There's only a few of these out. This is, wiredscouts are not as they just recently been released. There's only been a few reviews out there, and the one that I can recall is the one from Scott over in Chicago, where they took this wiredscout to the steepest hill in the US, which is in a small town in Pennsylvania, and this bike destroyed that hill, right? This is how powerful this bike is. The website has a claimed speed of 45 plus miles an hour. I can tell you that I have taken it to 55 miles an hour. We'll see if we can do that today. There's several riding modes. I'm not gonna go into all those modes here, but the battery, let's talk about the battery, because this is, for me, extremely important, right? The down tube battery, as I've already mentioned, is a 72 volt. It's a 20 amp battery in the front. In the back, 72 volt, 15 amp battery, right? They give you it's a total of 35 amp hours. Samsung cells, which Samsung cells they're claimed to be the top of the cells as it relates to batteries. Now, because it's a super powerful bike and we have 35 amp hours on the bike, I'm very interested to see how far this bike is gonna take, what the range of this bike is. Now, I'm gonna assist the bike today because I'm gonna do a lot of pedaling. And I'm gonna treat this bike like I treat any other bike. And if you watch any of my videos, I do it as I'm dashing. And the reason I do that is because that's how most of us are going to ride, right? We're going to do a lot of stop and go riding. Unlike a lot of these other videos where you see someone get on the bike and do a review on the bike, but they go to isolated areas and it's a continuous flow, right? We don't ride like that. Most of us live in cities. Most of us are going to be using these type of bikes for commuting, and you're going to get a lot of stop and go. Makes a big difference in range, because that stop and go, right? Every time you stop and you accelerate, it takes it sucks up juice from the battery, sucks up a lot of power. So it's a different range. So this is why I like to test these bikes while dashing, because if you're a dasher, this is what you want to know. You want to know what the range is. And if you're going to buy this for commuting, you're going to have a very similar ride, right? It may not be as intense as a dasher, especially the way I ride, because I like to go all out when I have a delivery to make. And as a commuter, you don't really need to go all out constantly, but you are going to be stopping and going. You're going to stop and stop sign, stop and red lights, stop for pedestrians. You're still gonna get that stop and go, which affects the range in the bike. Anyway, let's continue with some of these specs. I already talked about the display. This bike is extremely customizable, right? Specifically as it relates to the modes, the pass modes. You can go between 5, 7, and 9 different pass modes. It does have cruise control. It's just a simple push of a button. You'll see that as we're going. It has a half twist throttle. And again, the claim range on pass 1 is 90 miles. We're not gonna be riding on pass 1, so we'll see what the range is. Rider height is 5'2" up to 6'6". I can tell you, if you're 5'2", this, even though it's a step through, I think this bike is too big for you. I mean, I'm 5'7", and I think this bike is a little bit too big for me. So we'll see. Anyway, my beautiful people, let's go ride. All right, my beautiful people, we're getting ready to take off on the Scout. Now, I screwed up. I did not, for some reason, the battery's not charged 100%. It says 92%, which it's a little upsetting because I like to start this off right at 100%, but let's see. Let me double check a couple of things. Make sure that everything's a go. Strava's on. We're gonna be recording this right on Strava. Let's take a quick look of the bike. I mean, it's a good looking bike. Number one, I like the black and white. I've always said that that's my favorite colors for a bike. Let's turn on the light. It is the power button to turn on the light. Now it's supposed to, I have it set to flicker. It's not flickering. So you have the option to do that, but for some reason that's not coming on. So let's take a look. I already did my safety check. I checked all my bolts. I checked the tire pressure. Looks like we're good to go. Now, as I mentioned, I have two concerns. The tires, we'll see how those tires hold up today. Hopefully I don't get a flat. I do have flat out in the tires. And like I said, I have my safety, my emergency repair in here. And my second is the range, man. This bike is so powerful that I don't know if this 35 amps on the 72 bike is gonna be more than, I would probably say that it's only gonna give me, I'm gonna guess, and we'll see how we end up. I'll say 40 miles. And I'll say at 30, we're heading back because I never wanna take this all the way down. So, man, it's a tall bike too, man. I feel like I'm high, like I'm riding a monster truck. Right off the bat, I can tell you this torque sensor is very responsive. And you can feel the weight of the bike though. Really feel it. Now, if you're familiar with wired bikes, they had a reputation of having a very bad wobble at high speeds. This particular bike and the Predator and the Warrior, they added, call it to the stem, to stop that wobble. And I can tell you that I rode it and you don't have any wobble, but it makes the front stiff. So just you're aware of that. It does make the bike very stiff. What's the name of that? Those that are watching, if you know the name of what I'm talking about, which is it's added to the front of the bike, list in the comment below. All right, once we make the turn here, wow, I can tell you there's a shitload of power on this bike. I'm only at pedal assist 1, barely touching these cranks, and I'm going up to 20 miles an hour. Again, today we're gonna pedal, because I need to maximize the range today. I don't want to get only 20 miles because it'll make my day too short, and it is a Monday, and I like to make at least $60 to $80 today. And again, we'll see how those final numbers are. But check this out, people. Pedal assist 1, I'm barely touching these cranks. We're at 28 miles an hour. Now keep in mind, we're gonna use the throttle now, because keep in mind, sometimes a bike, when it's a torque sensor, it doesn't matter on the pedal assist, if in the sense of that if you have the power, it's just gonna keep going. So that's the difference between a torque sensor and a cadence sensor. So now I wanna just bring it down a little bit. And then I wanna give it throttle only, pedal assist 1, and it's still climbing. Holy smokes. Now I set it for 5 pedal assist. We're only at 1, and we're climbing 27 miles an hour right now. 28. And it looks like we're gonna be at 28. Pedal assist 1, 28. Well, actually it's a little bit more. So we hit 29. Right now we're at 28.8. I'm gonna need a lot of space, man. All right, 28.8. And let's see if, yeah, 28. So the GPS and the display are matching. We're gonna have to wait till we get onto Sterling to try the other pedal assist. All right, we're on Sterling, so let me bump this up to pedal assist 2. All right, pedal assist 2, pedaling. Let's see where we go. We're also gonna be testing out our version of the hill test. Look at this shit, people. 35, 37, 38, 39. Let's see how it goes. We're going up the overpass. It did drop. We're at 37. But we're already at pedal assist 2. Holy smokes. We'll see where that tops out. I'm gonna hit the light here, so we'll try pedal assist 2 again. But man, does this bike have some power. All right, I just got an order for Advanced Auto Part. Let me pause DoorDash and Uber Eats because I'm a little bit away where I need to be. 10 minutes away. So we got that. All right, let's finish testing this out as we're going towards this order. Go back to pedal assist 2. And here we go. 31, 33. 36, 37. Oh, I got the light. Damn it. Dude, this thing flies. All right. I'm pedaling, let's see. $36. 37. 38, 39, let's just use throttle. 40, 40.7, 40.7 on pedal assist 2. I'm just gonna stay on throttle. Let's go to 3. 43, 44, and we got the light. People, this bike is just fast. You're gonna have to trust me that it goes up to, I got it up to 55 miles an hour. I'll try to do it sometime today, but we're gonna run out of space. It's just too fast. I'm trying to think, we'll go up the airport and test it out there. But again, when you're coming from a start, highly recommend you drop this thing down to 1 or 2 at the most, because if you stay at 5 and you make the mistake and hit this throttle, this bike is going to wheelie on you, 100%. All right, we'll continue to test those out later when there's not enough, when there's less traffic and we don't have all these lights. Right now, let's just head to this pickup. All right, we're here at the auto parts store. Let's pick this up. This is good because it was ready. It's heavy, bro. This is heavy. Let's see where we're going with this. I think we're gonna go back the way we came because we normally, yeah, we're going back the way we came. Man, it's been raining like crazy. See what this guy just did? This is why you have to be very careful when you're on a bike. They're not paying attention to you, and that happens often. It's the one thing that I'm very cautious of and I'm very concerned about is these idiots, because they're not looking for people on bikes, they just turn. They don't put a turn signal on and they just turn. All right, I got a back-to-back order.
Make a slide left turn, then make a slide left turn.
I'm going to Petsboy, really? Yeah, I am. I am, I think. 2771. Is this 2771? Yep. All right, from one auto parts store to the next. Let's see if it's here. Hello. Good. Did you order this? Yeah. Okay. Here you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's go to the next pickup. Let's see where that's at. That's completed.
To your pickup at Duncan 2091 Griffin Road.
Gotta go back the way I came. Oh no, Griffin. I gotta go up to Griffin. This is on Griffin in 95. Let's go, baby, let's go. When you have a fast bike, you don't care, bro. And this is when you can make some real money because you can double
Turn
up.
left, then turn right.
Because you're not afraid of not making your times. Because the algorithm thinks you're on a regular bike, right? And they give you a set time to deliver stuff.
Then make a slide right turn.
When you got a bike that goes 55 miles an hour, even though I probably won't be going that fast most of the day today. Right now, I haven't even gone above pedal assist 3. I stayed going too bad, but I love it. Dude, the suspension on the bike is great. You don't feel these speed bumps at all. Even though the bike is heavy and it feels heavy, it rides nice. You know, it's not my best riding bike. You know, I still think that the Motor Go, even the Testway X5 rides really nice, right? My Anioki, I think that rides really nice. So to give you that comparison that I normally give you with a car, riding this bike, it's like riding a Ford Raptor, right? Like a big pickup truck with a lot of power. So that's how this bike feels. But let's see. I'm gonna go to 3. I'm not gonna make it to the end, but on 3, 40. 23 miles an hour on 3. That's insane. Like I said, I will try to find some open space for us to test out all the pedal assist. Because clearly right now, it ain't happening. And again, as a reminder, this is if you get this bike and you're not used to a bike with this kind of power, whenever you're stopped or slowing down, bring down the pedal assist to 1 or 2, because if you stay at 5, if you ever get to 5, you stay at 5 and you hit that throttle, this bike will lift up on you, especially because all the weight's on the back. Remember, you got a heavy ass battery in the back, you got a big motor in the back, you have a lot of torque on the bike, so it's going to wheelie on you if you're not careful. So I always drop it down to 1 or 2 whenever I'm at a traffic light like I'm about to hit right here. So the Dunkin' Donuts right there, we're gonna go ahead and pick this up, and then we'll continue with the review. I'm loving the bike so far, I gotta tell you. I am loving it. Because I like power and speed. So, Maria, what does she order? Let's see. Oh, damn it, hot coffee and a grilled cheese. All right, so we're going back to my hotspot. But this is going to be a little sketchy because it is hot coffee. I'm not sure if I should put this in the back, because the suspension on this bike is really good. But as always, if you follow the channel, you know hot coffee and me don't get along. It's very difficult to deliver hot coffee to people when you're on a bike. But we're gonna try to do our best, as always. I am not liking the sky. It's not supposed to rain this morning, but as I mentioned earlier, and as you can tell by the ground, it has rained every freaking day for the last 2 weeks. Yesterday it rained all day. I've been rained on at least 4 times already. I did not come out at all yesterday because it rained all day. Now, if I go west, which I probably will after this delivery, if the sky stays like this, it's clear out west. And that's the beauty about South Florida. It could be raining right here. Storms could be happening right here. Well, all you have to do is go 5 minutes west or east or north or south, and you'll be out of the rain. All right, let's take it a little easy. Because this coffee, we don't want to spill the coffee. All right, I dropped off that Dunkin' Donuts and it poured, bro. Luckily, I didn't get wet. There's an order, first watch. Let's go to first watch. Luckily, I did not get poured on because I saw it coming and I stopped. I notified the customer that I was going to be delayed a little bit, and the customer understood because, as you can see, it rained. But now the ground is saturated again, and although I will get wet from my knees up, my knees down, and my shoes will definitely get wet. All right, it's like anything else, right? The price you pay. Let's see what this is. I might have to cancel this one. Can't accept this because I got DoorDash. Let me pause that. And let's head over to First Watch. I'm not in a rush to get to First Watch because they're notorious for being late with their food, and I'm not supposed to get there to 8:25 anyways. And I'm 5 minutes away. See what I mean? Look at that splash. Oh, what a pain. Anyway, let's get to First Watch. All right, I got 2 pickups here. Yeah, I got two. Timothy and I have Elise. We're gonna try and see that radar right there. Let's see if that radar picks me up. And we're trying to do a speed test. Oh, there's another one on this side too. But let's go down here. All right, let's start from here. And let's see what kind of speed we got. Wait for this car to go. Now I'm gonna go pedal assist 4. Look at this. See how it lifts? Bro, I can't. I gotta start at 2. All right, here we go. Let's start at 2. Increase it. Throttle only. Now we're at 4. 40. It didn't pick us up on the radar. We're at 43, 45. Let's go to 5. 50. I'm 49, 49, almost 50, but I'm running out. I don't have enough space to make it up to that 55 that I made over on 84. I may have to go back there. But 49 point something is what I hit on this. Look at this, man. Look at this pickup. Yeah. Needless to say, it's a fast bike. As I mentioned, the question for this video is, can the Dasher handle the demands of the bike? I gotta tell you, if you're not an experienced rider, I do not recommend this bike unless you now if you keep it in class 2, even maybe class 3, then it's fine, but don't put it in unlimited. Because I can tell you, if you're not an experienced bike rider, even motorcycle rider, this bike has too much power. Twice I forgot to go down on pedal assist mode when I'm at a light, and twice this thing wheelie on me almost to the point of knocking me down. So just be very careful if you unlock this bike and you're gonna take it out. Practice with it first, take it easy, because it has way too much power. But this is the type of bike I like, right? I like the power. Even though I don't ride, you're gonna see my average mile is probably gonna be like 19 miles an hour. I just like to have that ability, especially when I'm dashing, because I'll need, let me go this way. Especially when I'm dashing, because if I got 2 orders, or now that I'm using Grubhub, if I got an order on each, I'm on the clock. So I gotta get to where I need to go as quickly as I possibly can, so that I don't violate the time limits or the time restrictions that I have on deliveries. Very important. All right, I gotta pick up at PetSmart. Looks like I gotta pick up a mice. And let's get this done. It's a shame that the weather isn't cooperating with me today, because I'm enjoying this bike. The seat is super comfortable. It's my style seat, as I mentioned before. I like the narrow seats. I don't like those big wide seats. I like this type of seat that's a little narrow. It does have some cushion. All right, so the pickup is right here in PetSmart. I was right across the street. Let me get this done, fact, you guys can come in with me, because this is always interesting when I come into the store. We're picking up 2 items. Hello. I got a question. I got to pick up whatever this is.
It's going to be in the back corner in that fridge.
Back corner in the fridge. Thank you. All right, so now this gets strapped to my bike. I might just be able to put it on the top like this. So leave that door order, which is not bad. Huh. Can I flip the script here, because this one's, I don't have a lot of confidence in the way it's going to go. So maybe I can squish this way and strap it on. Let's do that. All right, there you go. Strapped it down. The mice are in there. Let's rock and roll. Ah, darn it. We are here. Did not know it was an apartment complex. 212. But as you can see, doesn't matter what you, well, as long as you're creative and you can figure out how to load stuff, you can deliver it. So whether you're doing DoorDash or shopping for yourself, you, my friends, can do it. All right, we got to pick up at McDonald's, but I want to talk about the gears, the chain ring, and the torque sensor. This has to be, if not the biggest chain ring I've written, it has to be in the top 3 biggest. And the torque sensor has to be by far the best torque sensor on a bike that I have ridden. I can feel the pedals probably up to 38 miles an hour, and I will continue to test it. I just haven't had a chance because we haven't been able to open it up. But to give you an idea, the 7-speed Shimano gear system that this bike has, in my opinion, has to be in the top 3, if not the best Shimano gear system on a bike. We're talking about a 56-tooth dual-sided front chain ring, 11 by 24 in the rear, and it's really, really responsive. I mean, the more power you give it, the faster the bike goes, but it's instant. That power is instant. Very, very happy with this system that this bike has. Oh, good. Looks like some of them are done. All right, we got the McDonald's order. Let's go drop this bad baby off. All right, dropped off at the Hilton. Dropped off that McDonald's order. And let's continue. All right, let's do a range check. We got 68% battery. Strava has said we've gone 28.6 miles. We've been out for 1 hour and 46 minutes. So I think I'm gonna eat my words, because I didn't think we were gonna get more than 30 miles. And clearly we will get more than 30 miles on this. I think I said 30 to 40. But I think we're gonna get more than that. But I think the reason being is I've been pedaling a lot, which has a lot to do with it, but more importantly, the torque center on this bike is just phenomenal. So even though I'm pedaling, I'm going super fast on the bike. So there's no need for me to go past pedal assist 3. In fact, I've been trying all day to get to 4 and 5 to see what the max speeds are, and I haven't been able to do it because the speed is just so fast. I get there so quickly that I run out of space, and I've been catching lights and traffic. So on the way home, which I'll be heading home probably in an hour, I'm gonna try to kill some more battery. And on Griffin, I'll try to do it on Griffin. But I don't think I'm going to get to 5. I don't pedal assist 5. And if I do, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna hit the max speed because I will run out of space. But so far, super impressed with the bike. Again, this bike is not for everyone. But if you are a taller rider, and I'm not that I'm tall, because I'm only 5'7", and the fact that I have a lot of experience on motorcycles and bikes, I can maneuver this heavy-ass bike. But other than that, that's really the only negative I can see so far, is the fact that it's super heavy, super tall for shorter riders. And I heard a lot of people talk about how loud the motor is. The motor is loud, but it's not, I don't find it to be as annoying as, let's say, my Julia Pro 2. Julia Pro 2, when you are on dual motor, that front motor is loud as shit, and it's an annoying loud noise. Here, not so much. All right, we're getting an order. Pura vida, let's take that. And let's go get this order. Pura vida, Miami. We're here to do this pickup. Let's see if this is ready. Right on. I see one order that's up there. Let's see if it's my order. Is yours?
1.5 miles.
All right, my beautiful people. Let's go drop this off. All right, we just dropped that one off. I got a double order on it. At the Denny's right here, I got stacked another order. So that was delivered. Let's go to Denny's real quick. And then I got a DoorDash order at 7-Eleven. So we gotta move, people, we gotta move. Drop this down, 'cause I don't wanna. Hopefully, this order is ready. Let's see if it is. Thank you. What sucks is this is the opposite way, but let's go drop this off quickly. Alright, check out the speed. 47, 51, 54. 54.6. Finally got it, man. 54.6. Tell you, this bike is fast, my beautiful people. It is a fast bike. And I was finally able to get it, thank God. Oh shit. Fucking A, I got a flat. Oh, I got a fucking flat. God darn it. All right, as I mentioned, I had no faith in these tires. And sure as shit, I got a flat. And I realized I thought I had put flat out in it, and I did not put flat out in it. So I'm going to my emergency plan B of getting this tire repaired so I can get home. And again, this is why I say these stock tires suck, people. Replace them, get the self-sealing tubes, as well as add flat out to them. You know, but anyways, maybe I predicted this already because I talked so much crap about these tires that they said, okay, you want to talk crap? Here, you're definitely getting a flat. The nail was this big that I just pulled out of there. good. Guys, we're back at the shop. Have you guys ever heard the saying? I'm sure you guys have heard the saying, speaking things into existence, right? Well, that could be good or bad, right? I've been talking about how horrible the tires on the Wire are and how I didn't have any confidence in those tires, and I got that flat. So the day did not end as I expected it to end, but nonetheless, I needed to put those tires on, and I was procrastinating to put the tires on. I prematurely went on that ride to test out that bike, and lesson learned, right? Number one, don't be lazy. I was being lazy because I did not want to change these tires out yet. So, and it cost me, right? It cost me because I went out there, I had a nail about this big going to that rear tire and got that flat. But I repaired it, came out here, and now I'm gonna change out the tire. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna change out the tire, show you how the bike looks with the new tire, and then I will give you the final thoughts on the bike. I'll give you the final numbers, so stay tuned. All right, guys, these are the tires that are gonna go on the wiredscout, the HEB fat tire 26x4. Here's how they look. It's the same tire that I put on the Testway. I really like this tread. I mean, these tires are thick, and I wish you can feel the difference between these tires and the tires that I just took off. This, I mean, it's just night and day difference. I mean, it is heavier. You're gonna add some weight, guys. You're gonna add a little bit of weight, more than you would with those lighter ones. But you're gonna have a smoother ride, a more secure ride. And I think you're gonna get less flats. Not that you're never gonna get a flat, but you would definitely get less flats than you would with that other one. All right, guys, I'll show you what they look like when I put them on. There you have it, my beautiful people. New tires installed. I really love this tread. Much better tire. I have a lot more confidence on these tires than I did on the stock tires. Really love the bike, man. Look at how beautiful. I love the wire management. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. I was talking crap about the bike because I didn't know it had a USB port. It does, right underneath here. Has a USB port, so I take back all the shit talking I was saying about the bike not having it. But overall, again, love it. Let me show you again the cranks, the pedals. This chain ring, as I mentioned before, it is huge, people. Look at how big this chain ring is, which allows you to pedal and feel the pedals for a while. So I really like it. All right, my beautiful people. Let's go over the numbers and I'll give you my final thoughts on the bike. So we went 36 miles. Average speed was 15.8. We rode for 2 hours and 16 minutes. Again, the day did not go as planned. I'll go over that in a second. But in DoorDash, $25.50. What did I make in Uber Eats? $18.23 at Uber Eats for a total of, what is it, $43.73. So what, a little over $20 an hour or $20 an hour? But today definitely did not go as expected. Between the rain, between getting soaked while dashing and catching that stupid flat, it was a definitely rough day, right? But here's the thing, because let's talk about the bike. The bike itself really shined. I got to test it in the rain and it did not have any issues getting wet, and we got wet. The acceleration on the bike is insane, right? The torque sensor feels smooth. I talked about it throughout the ride, how great that torque sensor is. The suspension is phenomenal. It's the best I've ever tested. And the overall build of the bike reminds me of driving a brand new Ford Raptor, right? Solid, powerful, and super comfortable. Now, the bike isn't perfect, right? And I don't think any bike is. The bike is heavy, as I mentioned. The stock tires suck. And honestly, for the price point, I really expected the features on the bike to be, or to have more features, right? It doesn't have a horn, there's no turn signals. It's just a really basic model. And for the price point, I was a little disappointed with that fact. But even with these drawbacks, the bike, for me, it is phenomenal. I am keeping it in my fleet. I'm actually gonna ride it again. I will probably ride this bike more than I would like my goat bikes, right? And the reason being is that I like to pedal. Finally, I got a bike that I can pedal, as you saw throughout the ride. Even pedaling, you feel the pedals, the torque sensors, and you get up to the 45, 50 miles an hour. I mean, super impressed with that. This is probably why this bike will be my go-to bike. Now, again, if you are a shorter rider like I am, and if you're a lighter rider, that you don't have a lot of upper body strength, this bike may not be for you. I can tell you there was a couple of times that the bike almost fell over on me, and it's heavy, it's big. Just keep that in mind, right? Here's some lessons. Again, some lessons throughout the ride that I hope you picked up, right? I've always talked about, before you go on a ride, to make sure you do a safety inspection on the bike. Also, go with your gut instinct, right? I said it in the beginning of this video, I did not have confidence on those tires. And because I was lazy, I didn't change the tire. And I was also super excited to ride the bike, right? I decided to risk it, and it didn't pay off, right? So, again, don't risk certain things that you know the odds are that you're probably not going to win those challenges, or those risks are not going to give you the rewards that you're probably looking for. So that's that's number one. Number two is make sure that you have like I do, that repair kit, right? Had I not had that tire repair kit, I would have to have called somebody or do something, because I would not have been able to ride home because I had that flat. And that nail was this freaking big that went through that tire. So make sure you have a toolkit in your bike. Make sure you have a flat tire repair kit on your bike. And then have plan B, right? Have someone that is willing to come out and get you if it all fails, right? So that's going to be it for this video, my beautiful people. This is my first review on the wiredscout. It's not going to be my last. Again, I have a feeling this bike is going to be my go-to bike. But if you want more real-world e-bike reviews like this one, and you want to see more hustle with e-bikes, make sure you subscribe, drop a comment, and I'll catch you on the next ride. Don't forget, ride, hustle, repeat. Love you guys.